Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Hypatia Oluchi, and on this channel I talk about faith, lifestyle, and gospel review. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by, and if you're not subscribed, thanks for coming back. In this video, I'll review the gospel movie titled Eye Candy. This movie is one of a kind. It was written by Opeyemi Akintunde, and you can find it on Deep Thoughts TV. I like the way the movie used the school setting to tell us the story of what is happening in the lives of teenagers, the struggles that are before them, the effects of yielding to these struggles and yielding to the temptation of giving your eyes, giving your ears, giving your mouth to things that are not defined, and also how the family has a role to play in helping these teenagers through this phase of trying to explore and try out everything. So the movie tells the story of young people who were in the same class, and there is Ovie, there is Ayo, there is Shoma, there is Timmy, and some others. So even though almost everyone around him is engaged in having boyfriends or girlfriends, Ovie decides to stick to his book, and even when Shoma started getting close to him, he had to be clear, and the girl had to tell him that there are not much people who are focused like you, and I can read with you. I feel like even though Ovie was a good boy, the fact that he was isolating himself to an extent was not a good thing, because he could have also pushed Shoma away, because Shoma was also a believer, a Christian, who was seeking for a godly influence too. But Ovie was concentrated on his book. He wasn't even like giving anyone any attention at all. But I like that his mother also encouraged him to socialize, make friends.
Mate was having a party.
Yes.
So why are you not going, or why are you not getting dressed?
I just want to chill at home.
Chill at home. Ovie, don't be antisocial.
I'm not antisocial. I've got friends.
Would people think you're antisocial? You just stay at home, your book, your Bible, which is good, but sometimes you need to mix with people.
I like the fact that the movie also portrays the power of godly influence, that Chioma could now talk with Ovie, and gradually Ovie started talking to other people, even though they mostly met him. So Michael met Ovie and shared with him how that, oh, I'm struggling with this and I need help, and Ovie spoke with him and encouraged him, and Michael started rolling with him. They stayed reading together and Michael improved. And we saw something also, how that Chioma had a friend, Timmy, who started viewing those pornographic content, but Chioma didn't leave her alone and say, oh, you're still viewing those things, don't talk to me again. Chioma spoke with her and kept speaking with her, and Timmy listened to Chioma and she stopped. Timmy stopped rolling with the kind of friends she was rolling with before, and Chioma made sure that, oh, you are now rolling with me, you have to come and start reading with me too. And so they started reading together. There are a lot of funny scenes in the movie. My favorite was the scene where Ovie's mom had called Ayo's mom, because Ayo was Ovie's friend, and Ovie's mom got to know that Ayo was watching pornographic content. So she called Ayo's mom to, talk with her. And Ayo's mom said the funniest things, and Ovie's mom couldn't believe it, and you could see that she was just dumbfounded. It was a really funny scene, even though it exposed how that some parents are just so lackadaisical about bringing up their children in the way of the Lord.
Yeah, if I had known that this was why you called me, I wouldn't have come at all. Like, the boy is at that age that he needs to explore, like he needs to learn things, have experience. So by the time he keeps doing all those things, with time he realize that it's bad and he'll stop it. Like seriously, he'll stop it.
Ma, I'm talking about pornography.
Pornography is not a big deal. Really, it's not a big deal. Like seriously, even this conversation, like I don't have the strength for it at all. I have a lot on my plate. My master's thesis is there, and that's what I'm thinking about. So as long as he has not killed someone, he has not stolen, and he has not impregnated anybody, the boy will be fine. He will be fine. Because after all, when we're like him, we all did same, and see, we are here, we are fine. Or are we not fine?
We are fine.
Yeah, exactly. So I will be fine. Yeah.
I feel like the movie centers around the fact that the eye is like the entry point, one of the entry points of things into our mind. And in one of the scenes, we saw that Ovie's mom was speaking with Ovie, and she was asking him, what are the means through which things enter our body? Say the nose, the eyes, the mouth, the ear. And so she told him that be mindful of the things you listen to, be mindful of the things you eat, be mindful of the things you take in through your nose, be mindful of the things that you wash. And so later on, when Ayo showed Obie the pornographic content for the first time, we saw the transaction that took place, how that the demon just entered Obie as he watched it and he couldn't just detach his eyes. But then those words that his mother had spoken to him came back into his spirit, and he remembered them. Be mindful of the things you watch. It's not everything you look at. There's some content you don't need to look at. And so he took his eye away from that book, and that's how he was delivered. And so even though later the temptation came that he should go and start watching those things, he remembered that, and what he did was very significant, right? He left solitude. He left his room where he knew that, oh, I can't do anything here. He left his room, came out to the parlor where his mother was, and sat there. Instead of reading inside, he decided to sit with his mother and read with his mother, because you know that, okay, with my mother, you will not want to go and start looking at pornographic content. So since the eye is one of the entry points of things into your mind, your soul, the question is, what are you looking at? What are young people looking at? And so the writer of the movie addressed the issue of people not knowing or not having access to edifying content. And so because they don't have access to edifying content, they are left to feed on the contents that are available to them. Even though that's not an excuse, and they feed on those contents and they have negative effects on them. And so she exposed that there are a lot of edifying content, there are a lot of godly movies, there are a lot of godly novels. And she mentioned some authors. And one of the authors she mentioned was Okoyemi Akintunde. In 2019, I read one of her books, Him, Her and I, and that book did something to me that I've never recovered from. There are a lot of Christian writers who write novels or stories that you can read and enjoy and still benefit from, right? Some of them are Okoyemi Akintunde, Hypatia Olushi, Francine Rivers, and the rest. And there are also YouTube channels where you can find edifying content. And one of them is Deep Thoughts TV. They have a lot of movies particularly focused towards young adult teenagers. So you can watch it and you'll be greatly blessed. Another major lesson from the movie was captured in this scene.
How do I fix this? Well, first of all, Shebi, is when you take those magazines home that it happens.
Exactly.
Then stop taking them home and stop hanging out with Uche and Ayo. Or have you not noticed that Ayo and I don't roll again?
Exactly, I've noticed that.
So stop moving with them. They won't stop bringing these magazines to school. Right? So you have to distance yourself from them. Then don't stay alone for too long. There was a day I was sitting in my room alone, and then I started thinking of naked girls. I even sat at my laptop and I was searching. But I bless God I could stop and go to my mom.
You?
Yes. Like OVA? Yes. Everybody is prone to temptation. Even Jesus was tempted. But it is what you do with those temptations that matters. And when you feel like you're about to fall into the temptation, go and meet with somebody that will not allow you to fall into the temptation. And then most importantly, pray. Right? Because you cannot do it by your might or by your power. Tell God that you need Him.
So when you are struggling with something, you have to create boundaries. You don't just continue rolling in that same environment, continue rolling with the kind of people you are rolling with and expect that things to be different. Okay guys, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Also like this video. And if you're wondering where you can find these godly novels or where to find more defined videos or audio content for consumption, just let me know in the comment section. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video once again. See you in my next video.
Teenagers, avoid reading or watching pornographic materials. Why? The eyes never get satisfied. I call this pornographic content eye candy. Once you see it the first time, you will always want to see it, just like you never get tired of having candy once you have a taste. Unfortunately, that is the beginning of most people's addiction to it. We're constantly being told to be careful what we watch or read or look at and what we listen to. That's because the eyes and the ears are some of the main ways we receive information. It's not everyone you listen to. It's not every song that edifies. It's not everything you should watch or read.
Ayo, we're not supposed to be reading something like this. Mommy has mentioned it countless times in the Sunday school. She even mentioned it yesterday. It's not good. It's not good.